Hey there, watchers. I'm here to talk to you about Tonya. I just came back from watching an early showing of Tonya. It's Thursday night, and Friday we'll have more showings available. Today there were only two, so I snuck myself into one. By snuck, I mean I bought a ticket. I'm such a rebel. And I just had to drop in tonight and talk about the movie now because it is freaking awesome. Now, I don't know, I usually do spoiler free videos on my channel as much as I enjoy really analyzing the details of movies, like to a point that it annoys people. It's not something I've done on this channel yet, but I'd like to. That said, how do you do a spoiler free review of I, Tanya? I mean, it's about real life events, and unless you've lived under a rock or you're 12, you already know everything. That said, how on earth do they take a story, a real life story, that's not funny at all? A figure skater born with immense talent, brought up in a very turbulent life, full of abuse and dysfunction in every turn, that all leads up to not her rocky moment, not a Rudy, but instead the opposite, having her entire career crash down and burn into nothing. Her entire career crashes and burns, and her entire life and everything she's ever worked for since she was a baby is taken away. There's just nothing funny about that. So how do you take that and turn it into a movie that's not a documentary, that is entertaining, yet still tells some semblance of the truth, or the truth to the best as we know it, thanks to the information given to us from those involved, all who contradict each other? Well, Tonya does it spectacularly. It tells the story from beginning to end, from baby till lifetime suspension, which ironically, as you think about it, it's not the end. It's not the end of Tonya Harding's story. When the credits roll, you have to realize she now has a movie made about her. A movie. And it's good. And Margot Robbie is starring as her. So there is more to her story, and there's more positive in her life to tell than this movie because of this movie. In a way, this movie is almost like the sequel to this movie, to what happens next, what happens after the incident. Well, a lot of things, but this movie is one of them, and it's one of the better things, probably. I think most definitely. So that's something to think about. But anyhow, they succeed spectacularly. It tells the story of what went on, and it is funny as heck. I mean, I laughed right from the opening scene straight through the ending. It was just very funny. Yet at the same time, they were just telling a story. They were telling the story of what really happened, and managed to pull it off in a way that was entertaining, even though watching Tonya be abused by her mother wasn't entertaining. Watching Tanya's father leave while she cried and begged him not to leave her with her mother is not entertaining. Watching her become abused by her boyfriend and husband is not entertaining. Watching what went down and the pain she went through dealing with this whole incident, none of this is fun. Having her career, her entire life stripped away permanently, forever, is not funny. But somehow this movie is funny. It's very, very, very miraculous what they've done. It's a really special piece of film, if you ask me. And I'm a big figure skating fan. More or less, I'm a big Olympic fan. I love the Olympics, and I really enjoy watching the girls do what they do doing figure skating. I even like watching the pairs, the boy girls do their thing. So I watched this happen. I watched the news. I watched the Olympic coverage. I watched all of this. Watched as her skate had a malfunction, and she reskated and she scored her eights, and Nancy took the silver, and it was kind of an anticlimactic end to this. And I always felt it was on purpose. There's the story that the judges don't like Tonya. They don't want to give her the score she deserves. They don't think she should be representing USA. She's not their image. And at the same time, Kerrigan, who probably could have took gold, took silver. I don't think they were going to allow either one of these. to really take gold, and I don't think they wanted Tonya on the stands at all, no matter what. I think they wanted that drama away, and it just wasn't gonna happen. So it was an anticlimactic finish that neither one took gold and that they weren't even on the stands together. But I think that was the point. I really do. But who am I to say? I don't know. It's funny even watching this movie. There's a lot of things brought up that maybe you've forgotten, maybe you don't know. Maybe the game of telephone has changed over the years. Maybe it's not even true, but it tells the story quite differently, and it just makes you wonder what really went down. Did Tonya really know anything? Why would she agree to have this moron, I mean, bumbling idiot, beat up another skater? It doesn't make sense. It really doesn't, but none of that matters. As far as the movie goes, very entertaining, brilliantly made. Margot Robbie is unbelievable. Margot Robbie is drop dead gorgeous, and she transforms into Tonya Harding in this movie. And for me, as someone who watched this all as it really happened, it was quite interesting to watch them recreate all this and to get a little more insight into certain areas of the story. So I enjoyed it. I'm giving this movie a must watch. I mean, it's absolutely brilliant, extremely entertaining. I think it helps if you were alive during that time and you watched all of this and you were interested in all this and you know who Tonya Harding is. I think it helps, but I don't think it's necessary at all. I think as a standalone movie, it's still a winner, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree. So check it out and let me know what you think in my comments. I'll be looking forward to the Blu-ray release because they must have an incredible amount of real life footage and clips and extras that they can show us, because at the end of the movie they showed a few clips of moments that they recreated in the movie, the real clips, and man, it's uncanny how well they did. Real film mastery here as far as recreating the players involved in this bonkers scandal in this really bizarre time. And it's just strange that Tonya Harding's 47 years old. She's done all kinds of things in her life, and one of the greatest figure skaters of all time. And those few months, the period that this movie exists because of the incident, that's who she is. That's who all these people are. That's who they are known for and what they are known for forever. And that's kind of sad. So that's all for me. I'll see you next time after I catch my next movie, which at the time of this recording is probably The Commute or The Commuter or whatever it's called with Liam Neeson or whatever the character knows, and he's got a very special set of skills, and I'll find you. Looks good. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's late. I'm out. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time. Go see I, Tonya. Support the movie. It's fantastic. And I'm very happy that Tonya has something positive happening for her, even though I know she's in a pretty happy place in her life right now. But her story deserves this. And if she really didn't know what was going on, as she swears she didn't, she deserves it too. So good for her. More importantly, good for the movie makers. Bye. So here I am to talk about Moi, Tonya. I just realized I have the Spanish version of the poster up. Oh my god, it's late. I'm tired. Be right back.